Right now, everyone is screaming for Bitcoin and crypto to go lower. And while I'm not saying it won't go lower, in fact, if you've been following this channel, you know we've been preparing for the opportunity to buy at potentially extremely low prices. However, I want to be very clear. This is becoming one of the biggest dislocations between value and price that I've ever seen in the markets. We're seeing the writing on the wall of the next crypto cycle. The data is there that no industry has made as many millionaires as fast as crypto, and I believe that this industry is just getting started. But nonetheless, we are seeing the absolute peak bearish euphoria depression in the year before the halving. History might not repeat, but it certainly rhymes here. So let's get into this because we're going to be diving deep on why the next few months, of course, if we get this beautiful next crypto bull run that I believe in, will be the most important in forging and paving our destinies here in crypto land. Let's take a look. So first of all, Bitcoin continues in this range. Check this out. Bitcoin has literally been in this range now after it dropped down from about 27,000 here. It hit this low of 25.4 and we've just been sitting here around 26,000 for what feels like forever, really wearing out our welcome on this $26,000 couch. You can see here we were at the $26,000 level as early as August 24th. And if we extend this back, you can just see this level has just continued. And we were hanging out around it literally all throughout May as well and into early June. Now, remember, I put you on to Trader SZ on Twitter or X, whatever. He's posting some really bearish charts. And again, I have yet to see this guy really lose at trades. It's really exceptional to see someone calling out trades in real time and crushing them this hard. This is what you like to see in these markets. People who walk their walk and put their neck on the line, calling out their trades as they're happening and then showing their results. So you can scroll this feed, you can see he's expecting Bitcoin to come down here. At least in this chart, you can see he's expecting Bitcoin to come down to below 24,000. You can see here 23.6. Again, a lot of people are calling for these very low numbers. Probably most shocking of all, he has Solana potentially hitting $5 here, which is an important level from all the way back before the 2021 bull run. Again, you guys all know that I believe Solana is a huge non-consensus bet here. And so I'll be looking to add a ton to my bags down at those levels if they get there. And so what am I doing to prepare? Well, I'm taking it slow and steady and allowing myself not to FOMO in when we get big news like the Bitcoin ETF, and of course, not to get scared away when we go lower. I'm going to be sticking to a plan, and that is the beauty of DCA through these crazy bear markets. You just make a plan, you stick to it, and the system allows you to take advantage of lower prices and of course be happy when those prices drift upward. Again, I want to start talking a little bit more about price on this channel just because I believe that killer instinct for price is really important to filling your bags and getting yourself to take action when it's most needed. But let's be real here and let's get back to the story at hand, which is that there is a major dislocation between price and value happening right here in crypto land. And that's because Grayscale now, after their massive court victory here that effectively puts the SEC in a chokehold, more or less forcing them to approve a Bitcoin spot ETF, we can see that they are asking them to do this quick. All right, hurry up and do this. And I want to show this article because this is how you know that things are secretly happening in the background. We have long-awaited Bitcoin accounting rules to capture rises and dips. They have now been approved. Fair value accounting is kicking in 2025. Wrap tokens are excluded, but here's the deal. Here's the TLDR here. Michael Saylor explains here that these rules have been a major impediment to corporate adoption of BTC as a treasury asset. Effectively, the way that you report your Bitcoin and crypto holdings is going to completely change. And isn't that funny? Right on the dawn, at the eve of the ETF approval, we know it's coming at some point soon. We have a court order to do this quickly coming towards the SEC. It's a matter of when, not if. And right as that's happening, we're getting a change in accounting rules. Isn't that convenient? And doesn't that just show you how all of these factors are lining up behind Bitcoin? And with Bitcoin comes the rest of crypto. You can see how the tone has changed here with Bloomberg, who, respect to Bloomberg, they are super anti-crypto. If you look at their Bloomberg crypto Twitter account, X account, whatever, it is actually comical how much they bait and put out these horrifically anti-crypto articles that have just this absolutely snooty negative tone. And that is when you can see here that they're actually trying to spin this as good for the SEC. Obviously, these types of legacy financial outlets are in bed to a certain degree with the machine at large, the banks, the SEC, the financial industry. So you can see here, now Bloomberg is even trying to spin this as, hey, look, this actually improves SEC's jurisdiction to lose here. You can see the change in tax rules, the change in rhetoric, right as the court has decided to acquiesce here and say, look, we don't actually agree agree with this logic, you can see how now everything is starting to come around. But of course, this comes coupled with this psychological attack, which is price is looking heavy, which is the recession is coming, the collapse of all things are coming, a credit event, which has never happened in our lifetimes, is coming. All of these things are coming, and it's coming to haunt you. The boogeyman is under your bed. So be careful. You do not want to jump into this Bitcoin thing, even though it seems as though everything is going very right. Well, let's talk about what I think is going to happen. What I think is going to happen is exactly what has happened every time before the halving, which is things get very unprofitable for miners. Things get very difficult. There's a lot of selling going on. There's a lot of covering your butts because we don't know if this halving is going to be quite like the last one. And until the halving really kicks in and does its thing, we might not see that magic moment. Of course, we might also see a Bitcoin ETF come into play, and we might see price rocket. Again, slow and steady. I'm sticking to my plan to accumulate coins throughout 2024, where I believe a lot of magic will be happening. Specifically through the end of 2023, I'm trying to keep myself out of trouble, keep my nose clean, make sure that I don't get emotional to the upside or to the downside. And that's why early mode bull market EllioTrades is here, because you got to put on that hard head and understand that the best opportunities do not come from piling on when everything's obvious. The best opportunities come from being bold enough to stick to your conviction and stick to your plan in the face of scary price action. And that's exactly what we have right now, which is Bitcoin looks like it's hanging by a thread here at this $26,000 level, and that it could go very, very low. Of course, I don't think it will go that low. I personally don't think we'll even break 20,000. That's a hunch, but I'm not going to trade my opinion. I'm going to trade based on my system. So if we go lower, I will buy lower. If we go higher, I will buy higher, but I'm not going to jeopardize my system because emotions are the way to completely screw yourself. And a new crypto wealth report has shown that over 88,200 millionaires have been created by crypto worldwide, with over 40,000 of them holding their wealth in Bitcoin. 88,000 millionaires, half of them holding their wealth in Bitcoin. That's an astronomical amount of money created, an astronomical amount of wealth. And I believe strongly that those numbers will multiply, considering the fact that I believe at some point, probably in the 2030s, we will see Bitcoin with a $1 million price tag. I also believe that that means ETH will rocket to astronomical highs, big 5-figure highs. And in the end, I'm excited to see everyone who believed in this stuff get rich. That's my belief. And this brings us to an important next chapter, which is that one of crypto's most controversial figures, someone that you have most likely seen at some point if you're watching me here on Crypto YouTube, is back. And he is starting from the bottom. Check this out. We have word here from no longer BitBoy, but Ben Armstrong. You can see he's on a new channel here, Ben Armstrong, with only 10,000 subscribers. This man at one point had over 1.5 million subscribers on BitBoy Crypto. His company has been taken from him, his Lambo has been taken from him, and most of his crypto has been taken from him, considering those were all in the company name. Now, regardless of what you think, here's what I want you to pay attention to. BitBoy has just said he's going to be starting pretty much over. Humble pie. No more Gucci, no more Lambo, no more this, no more that. He's going to be starting from the bottom. No more production value. He's just going to be shooting it from the hip and trying to rebuild himself. So we as a community are now going to get to watch and see if he can do it. Did he get lucky the first time, or is crypto the land of second chances? This is going to be something we all get to witness together. And again, if he's able to rebuild himself into a mega millionaire through crypto, then I believe there's pretty much no excuse for anyone who believes there's not a path forward here. Let's listen to what he has to say, and I'll give you my commentary afterwards.
Welcome to Ben Armstrong Crypto. I'm excited, and I'm excited to go through this journey with you guys again. And people tell me a lot. They say, hey, because I don't know if you know, I've lost everything. Like they took Lamborghini from me because it was in the company name. I still have a little bit, but I'm starting over in a lot of ways. And you're going to get to start over with me. If you missed the last bear market, here we are in this one. You're going to get to see. We're going to get it all back. It's because I believe in crypto that much, and I'm passionate, and I study it, and I know it inside and out. Look, guys, the flash and the pizzazz is over. Okay, I have been extremely humbled in the last few weeks because I thought I built something that nobody could take from me. I thought I built something from the ground up that I was going to be able to pass on to my kids one day. And because of the corporate structure and we got too big too fast, I don't have that power anymore. And I've lost all power over the channel. I think going forward, what you guys are going to see is this is going to be a much different channel. We're not going to attack people. We're not going to go at people. The bravado of BitBoy is gone. You just have Ben Armstrong.
So to recap here, Ben has lost the channel, he's lost his Lambo, he's lost his cryptocurrency, and he's pretty much starting at zero. And to me, this is emblematic of what a lot of people getting wrecked and rebuilding, or just coming to crypto to rebuild themselves, go through. Now, regardless of what you think about Ben, and I will share a little bit of an anecdote here. This is a post by Altcoin Daily that they put up today, and this was actually recorded in 2019. You can see Ben there and one of the Altcoin Daily brothers here. And this was a live stream from an event that Tron threw and invited a bunch of influencers when it was supposed to be the Warren Buffett lunch or dinner in 2019. And Warren Buffett didn't actually come. So the influencers got to have the dinner. This is the first in-person event I ever attended and was ever invited to. And I met Altcoin Daily and I met BitBoy there. And as you can see from this clip, I'm not going to play it, but BitBoy in this clip you can see is a really humble, almost downright shy guy. When I met him, he talked only about helping kids with substance abuse problems. He was really into fantasy football and just really wanted to create beginner content for crypto. And he was really a passionate guy. And he struck me most of all as just a very sweet guy. And so I've seen BitBoy go through a lot of these phases, and I'm very curious what he will do in this next phase. One of the things I'd like to point out is that people who are content creators in this space, especially influencers, often get attacked and ridiculed for almost anything they do, especially if they dare make any money in the space. So what I know for a fact is that Ben Armstrong isn't going away. He's going to keep making content. And what I hope is that this next era, he learns so much from what happened since that first time I met him at Tron to everything that's happened with his companies. And my hope is that he comes back as a positive force here in the crypto space and learns from everything he did. But most importantly, we get to witness to see if crypto really is the land of third, fourth, and fifth chances here. Because if Ben can go from 30, 40, 50 million dollars in crypto to zero and then back again, then I don't think there's any excuse for anyone not to be getting off their butt, working their fingers to the bone, and chasing the dream of actually breaking free from this world, this financial prison that most people find themselves in, through this insane new world of crypto, where truly anything is possible. As always, my name's EllioTrades. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click on this one. Comment below, let me know what you think about everything discussed in this video, and I will see you very soon on the next episode.